My name is Paige Browning, graduate of Lewis and Clark High School, class of 2005. Go Tigers! Graduated Lewis and Clark, then I went on to college at University of Montana, which has a really great journalism school. That was when I really got an interest in public radio as a news format and as a medium to work with. And after that, a couple years after that, started pretty seriously looking into public radio and other media jobs. My job title is news correspondent for Spokane Public Radio. I've worked here for about 2.5 years. Half of my job is reporting. I interview people, write, research news stories, and then the other half of my job is actual on-air hosting on the radio, so actually delivering the newscasts, doing weather updates, some traffic updates, talking about our events at the station, so doing that on-air hosting part. The quality of content that I hear on the national NPR is so impressive, and so, I learn something new every time I turn on the radio to NPR, so I just thought, well, if I can get my foot in the door with that kind of work, then that would seem like just a perfect combination. Community, media, lots of fun, lots of learning. So for me with journalism, the secret is sometimes it doesn't really feel like work. I mean, some days it's highly stressful. You're doing, you've got a ton to do and there is a lot of work. But other days, like when I really got interested in journalism, I was out interviewing these guys that build yurts, like the little portable structures that people can live in. And I was out there, got to stay in their yurt, got to interview them, wake up, and I thought, if I could get paid for some work like this, then this seems like a field that I want to go into. And it is a lot of work and long hours, but at the end of the day, I get to meet fun people, I get to go do interesting things. I always know what's new in Spokane, so that I think is probably what caught my interest. Public radio and public TV are, in my opinion, a very unique media because the listeners or the viewers are really dedicated, because they're members, they're very dedicated to listening to NPR or watching their public TV station. So I liked that sense of community that was part of public media. That phrase, like learning is power, I think there's a phrase, something that goes like that. I find that to be very true, that the more you know, the more you can do in life, the better conversations I have with people, the more I know, the more traveling I can do, the more fun things I can do, the more I know. And I think it's important. Since I've been here for a couple years, we've done a lot of reporting on healthcare issues with the Affordable Care Act rolling out. Right now we're doing a lot of reporting about the marijuana being legalized. These are things that people have to know about. Education after school, I don't think should ever stop, and that's why I go into news, and I think that's why people consume news. It just should never stop. What I learned at LC truly is how important diversity is and how to work with kids that all had different interests than me. We're in the same classes, on the same sports teams, dance teams. I learned really to work with people of a diverse group, and that's now what I do in my work. Every day I talk to new people with way different backgrounds than me. I tell their stories. So in a way, my diversity education at Lewis and Clark helped a ton in the work I'm doing as a reporter. Lewis and Clark, and having my education with Spokane Public Schools and LC High School, I had learned that I can do anything that I work hard at, because at LC you could take classes in leadership, you could be on sports teams that sometimes go to state competitions, and being in those classes and on those teams and in those clubs, I learned, and a lot of my friends did too, that if you work hard and if you really want to succeed in something, you can, especially in a team setting. And that has transferred to the jobs that I've done since, and college too. It helped a lot to go to a good high school to be able to have some preparation for college.